Hey, let's do something a little bit different today. Becca, you're ugly. Your dog isn't that cute. Jerks! Let's talk about them. Not exactly how to be a jerk. I'm talking about weightlifting. If you're in the weightlifting community or in the CrossFit community or have touched a barbell, you might have done something like push jerks or split jerks. I'm gonna teach you how to nail those jerks. I like to compare when we're moving a barbell to that of a little spring. Yes, a little coiled up spring. And when we move the barbell, we have to be strong, powerful, but we also have to stay in control. Now imagine you're a little spring standing up tall right now. And when you press on that spring, it coils up and it builds up all that tension as you press it on the way down. And then what happens when you let go of that spring? Bam! It like shoots up to the ceiling, all that power and tension is released, and it explodes upwards, goes all wild and crazy. The push jerks and split jerks that we're talking about today, I want to be super tight and tall from the beginning. I want to coil up that spring, super, super strong, nice and steady, stack everything straight down and straight up, and then be ready to explode upwards. A lot of times I see athletes try to incorporate speed into their lifts, but they think, be fast all the way through. And then when we do something like push jerks or split jerks, I lose my tension or I lose my positions on the way down, which causes everything to get wonky on the way up. You're a cute little spring. We're coiling everything up as I'm dipping down, straight down, everything's super tight, getting loaded, my legs are loaded, my midline is super tight, everything is straight down, straight up. And now when I hit the bottom of that dip, I'm exploding upwards. Now I can feel super strong to my reception, whether that be a push jerk or a split jerk. So that is tip number one, is I'm trying to imagine I'm that little spring being coiled up, and then once I build up all that tension and hit the bottom of that dip, bam, then I can be super, super fast on the way up. For some of us, you might want to use something like a 2-count tempo to make sure you're nice and controlled on the way down, and then as fast as you can to extend those hips and explode on the way up. Moving on to number two, this is the big one of this video. This is something that really helped me, and take it from someone who has these lovely, lovely elbows that wobble all over the place. I have to be very, very precise with my timing. We want to be so aggressive to launch that bar as high as I can get it, especially when there's a ton of weight, because I need that weight to go up and get weightless so I can move around it. Now, sometimes our timing is a little bit off and I don't stay connected to the barbell. I've had the issue in the past of dropping under the barbell, and then the barbell actually comes down crashing on you, which does not feel really good when you have a whole ton of weight above your head. So tip number two is how to stay connected to the barbell. You don't want to lose your connection with the barbell because it's going to throw your timing off. It has a chance of crashing down on you, and your body's not going to be ready to receive it. So when I'm ready to push jerk or split jerk, I grab this bar with a little bit tighter grip. I flex my biceps, I get my front rack position rock solid, like literally a flexing competition when you're holding that front rack position. My biceps are tightened, my elbows are locked in front of that bar, and then I leave it right there as I start to dip, and then I keep that grip on that barbell as I stay connected to that barbell. As I launch it into the air, my grip is still super tight on it, and now I'm still connected as the bar is weightless, which will help me punch it out and get that timing of that reception feeling really good and solid. I'm gonna try to show you guys two examples with the barbell, a good and a bad, so you guys can see the difference, and maybe that's something you're experiencing in your jerks. The first one we're gonna do is actually the bad example. I'm gonna try to launch this barbell as aggressively as I want to when I Olympic lift. But the mistake I'm gonna make is not staying connected to the barbell, and that you're gonna see that barbell actually kind of crash down on me. If we don't have strong midlines or don't have the strongest overhead position to receive that weight, it's gonna feel really bad, really wonky, and maybe knock you all around. I'll use a split jerk, that's what I'm used to using around here, but you could also practice with push jerks if that is what you prefer to do. So here we go. I'll launch this bar, There it is. I did a great job of jumping super high, using my hips to move the bar, being really explosive and strong through my legs, but you guys saw that bar float the way we wanted to, and then it ended up crashing down, which bobbled me all over the place. So this time, going into the good example, this is what I want to think about. When I front rack this barbell, I'm going to puff up my chest and flex. Everything's super tight. I'm gonna grip that bar a little bit harder and make sure I stay connected to this barbell and punch through that barbell as I get into my reception. Here we go, the good example. Nice and tight. Let's do one more of those. Nice and tight. Big flex. Much better. Much better. With the timing, bar felt like it just got locked into place as we got to that reception versus having to catch it and it crushes me on the way down. You will know the difference. We all know the fun part about Olympic lifting is the reps that feel really, really good feel really, really good. They feel almost effortless. And then the ones that have those little mistakes in there that we need to clean up, you can usually tell what those feel like. They're not quite as smooth. So those 2 tips of pretend you're a spring, be nice and tight and slow on the way down, and then you can be fast and explosive on the way up, and stay connected to the bar, hopefully help you nail your push jerks and split jerks. If they do, let me know, and I'll see you guys around for the next video. Peace out.